Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm gonna be doing something else my wife sent me via Instagram. So, yeah, I don't even remember what the guy said it was called, but he kind of made a shepherd's pie, and I'm gonna be doing something similar. I can never leave well enough alone, even though one of the stipulations that my wife asked me was to follow the recipes. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing today is take some ground beef, some onions, some peppers, some cheese. We got to use the Uncle Steve shake. We're using the smoke bomb and the West Coast shake, courtesy of Uncle Steve, but this is cooking with CJ's West Coast shake. And we have some potato crowns. These are like little discs that are similar to tater tots, but we're going to brown the meat, get the vegetables done, mix the cheese in with the seasonings, put it all together, and then top it with the potatoes. And I'm gonna put it out on the Traeger and cook it there. So, you guys are gonna sit tight, watch me work. I'll see you in a bit. Get ready. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get my pan turned on. And we'll do this little over medium heat. I have a 3-pound pack of meat here. I'm going to cook half of it. The other half I will put into a freezer bag and I'll save it for later. Because this is ground beef, an 80-20 ground beef, I'm not going to worry about getting any oil into the pan. I did just rinse the pan out, wash the pan out. I haven't used this pan in a little while, so I washed it out. Oh. The recipe called for a pound of ground meat, so I'm using 1.5 pounds. Obviously, it's a little bit more. And I think I might turn the heat down so I can get my vegetables going. Get a cutting board. We're gonna get some of the seasoning in here. Again, I'm using the Cooking with CJ's West Coast shake. I almost always use the big side. Just gonna coat it. And I also am gonna be using the smoke bomb. We'll use about half. And just keep in mind, this is a iron skillet, cast iron skillet. So this handle is going to get hot in a moment. So if you don't have a mitt, make sure you use a towel or something so you don't burn yourself. Get my onion cut up first. Peel off that outer layer. Wish you guys could smell this right now. It smells great. The seasoning's down in here. Now, this is another one of those instances where I am going to be cooking this, browning the meat, and then cooking it further. So if the meat is still a little underdone, it's not a problem. So you don't have to cook the heck out of it at this step, but I'm going to make sure that it is done. Ooh, onions. All right. I have some peppers. Come on. Let's go red and yellow. All right, our ground beef is just about done. I'm gonna drain this. And get it off the heat. And we're gonna get some olive oil down in here. First up, we're going to brown my onions. There's a lot of onions, so I'm only gonna do half. And while that's cooking, get my peppers cut up. Can somebody remind me to take my knives to get sharpened? This knife definitely needs to be sharpened. All right, I'm only gonna put half the yellow and half the red pepper in. Checking these onions. See what I'm saying about my knife? Alright, while that is cooking, I'm going to go outside and get the Traeger started so that by the time I finish getting this all together, the Traeger will be rolling. You guys, hang tight, watch that. Ooh. Alright, my peppers and my onions looking good. And at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Actually, we'll just add 1 heaping tablespoon. I'm going to turn the heat off. Let's get this garlic mixed in here. I didn't add any salt to my vegetables, so we're going to add some salt now. A little bit of pepper. Let's get the meat back in here. Ooh. Get everything mixed around, mixy. Oh, cheese. Guess I can take this off. I'm gonna put 3/4 or 2/3 or so of the cheese down in here, and I'm gonna save some cheese as a garnish. That, of course, the recipe did not call for that, but you know, I do what I want. Mix this all down around in here. Let's see what the cheese situation looks like. All right, I think I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add more cheese. We're gonna forget putting it on top. We'll just do that. There we go. That'll work. And I'm going to put a sprinkle more of the West Coast shake. And a sprinkle more of the smoke bomb. Now, we're going to line this with the potato crowns. Kind of like you would, I guess, a pepperoni pizza. So now we're just going to line these up. And we're going to get this out on the trigger. I have to double check the temperature, but I'm thinking it's going to be 300 or 350 degrees for about a half an hour or so. Last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt right on the top, right over top of the potatoes. And yes, that's still hot. So I'm gonna take it out to the smoker. I'll see you guys out there. All right, so here I am with the casserole, if you will. So we're gonna get it out on the smoker. Now, in his instructions, he said 400 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. I don't have a 400 on this trigger. I have a 375 and I have a 425. So, well, I have 375 and high. High is like 425. I'm gonna put this on at 375 and hope that the convection will kind of get a little closer. I'll be back out here to check on this in about 20 minutes. All right, so I'm back outside and it's been 20 minutes. I'm actually going to reset my timer for another 15 minutes before I forget. All right. All right, so it's not too bad. I do see some bubbling going on in the corners here. The top of the tots still look still a little cold. No, they're warming up, but they're not crispy yet. So we'll leave this sit out here. I'll be back in another 15 minutes. All right, so I'm back out here. Oh, there you go. So you can actually see me. So I'm back, and we're gonna check this out. All right, so the potatoes are, while I do this, let me get you guys down here. So the potatoes are starting to firm up. I'm gonna turn the heat all the way up. We're just gonna crank this to, well, it says 450. We'll see if that actually gets to 450. Usually it'll hang out about 425. And I'm gonna let this go for another 10 minutes. The ones on the edges, of course, are looking the best. It's not like I wish I could move them around and flip them around, but obviously I could just spin the pan. So I guess I'm gonna check on this again in another, let's give it another 10 minutes. I'm back out here, it's been another 10 minutes. And let me show you guys what we're working with. All right, so these ones, of course, over there are getting a lot more color on them, but they're starting to crisp up. Ooh, that edge is gonna be nice and crispy. Sorry, the edge is gonna be nice and crispy. I see little bits down in there. Oh, looking good. All right, gonna let it go for another, let's go for 5 minutes. I'll come back out here and check it. All right, so another 5 minutes has passed, and let's see what it looks like. All right, I think that's probably about as dark as we're gonna get. The potatoes I got were really light, so that might be it. I'm gonna take this inside and let it sit on the counter for a while and cool off, because there we go. Now you can, look at that, you can see me now, look. All right. Trying TikTok things yet again. All right, so let's get this in the house. Now let's see how I'm gonna do this with one hand, the camera in my hand. Oh yeah. Well, I have it out in the light. That looks pretty good. Smells good. All right, we got the, that's off. Ooh, it's getting hot through the mitten here. Wow. Yowza. Woo. That got hot real fast. All right, we're gonna let this sit here for a couple minutes before I even dare try to get a bite out of it. Set a timer for 15 minutes, so I can let this cool a little bit, so I didn't burn myself. But the cast iron is still going to retain heat. We're gonna take a healthy scoop out of this. Oh yeah. The onions and the peppers. Ooh. It looks delicious. Ground meat. All right, so this is supposed to be my dinner. This is what these videos are supposed to be, but guess who didn't have lunch today? This guy. Let's see. It's still piping hot. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of blah. It needs some more texture. I'm gonna add some barbecue sauce. So this is one of my favorite barbecue sauces I found. Of course, I found it when I was in Austin. It's Rudy's. That'll help with the flavor. It's just, it needs something else. It needs something additional. And Rudy's barbecue sauce, if you've never had it, has a kick to it, which I find I like a lot. So I don't know, like, I'm trying to figure out what this is missing. So the guy whose video I watched, like I said, he made it more like a shepherd's pie. And seeing as how I just kind of made shepherd's pie a week or two ago. I wasn't keen on doing that again, but this is mushy, and I don't know what. Like the ground beef was cooked well. The vegetables may have added some moisture to the whole deal. The cheese may have added some moisture to the whole kit and caboodle. But I mean, and that's the thing, it doesn't taste bad. But I know already, my wife and the kids, they are rough. They're tough on me. And they're gonna be like, no, this isn't it. So I stand corrected. Everyone liked the, what are we calling this thing? It was,
I called it Tater Tot Casserole.
Tater Tot Casserole, okay. Everyone liked it. So I didn't expect my wife to like it. I won't say I didn't care if taste test. No, it's not that I didn't care. I feel like you would like it more than mommy would like it.
I thought it was delicious.
All right, well, she liked it. And taste test number 3 is about to have some now because we just got home from school where I just picked her up. So I stand corrected. Even when I guess that I really was like, oh, I don't think they're gonna like it. So
it was well seasoned and it was yummy in my tummy.
Far cry. Oh my goodness, I didn't even have to twist her arm for her to say she would eat it again. I feel like this is a far cry from the last time where she was like, this is not craveable.
This is craveable. I will eat this.
There are my pearls being clutched. What?
What you think?
I think it can be seasoned. It can be seasoned heavier.
No, the peppers and onions in it. I thought it was good. What
See,
you think?
it reminded me of meatloaf.
I love meatloaf.
And that's what I think it is. I'm not a fan of meatloaf. And that's why I think you like it so much.
What do you think? You don't know pumpkin spice?
Alright, well, I'm gonna interject this into the video at my lowest point when I thought that it really wasn't. All right. Hold on, let me hear that. All right. Sorry, they're not dressed for camera right now, so. Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah. Anyway.
Just get this part. I am. I'm in my dramas.
Don't. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching and yeah, putting up with me. And I'm. What do you have an opinion yet, or you're like, nah? Either way. Yeah.
Because you said it. You shouldn't have said it.
No.
You did it.
Well, all right. Anyway, thanks.
See, I think the thing too is you was like, it's missing something. It's not good. On the phone, and I was just like, okay. So I didn't even come home and was like, let me eat it right away. I was like, whatever. I don't care. Then I ate one little piece. I was like, oh, this is delicious. I don't know what's wrong with him. I thought it was a setup. I thought you were setting me up. I thought you were lowering my expectations. So I would go over, you know?
I'm going to have to use this for later.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Well,
but you really didn't like it? It's really good.
I felt like it was just blah. It was meh. All right. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Anyway, all right. So I have to try and see if I can get some feedback from my wife on what this is missing. But the person, like I started to say, the person that made his, he did corn, rotel, sour cream. And I don't know if that would have helped like bring this all together. And then of course the cheese. And I think he added more cheese than I did. But I was going for more savory. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to the top. And on her, maybe I just didn't add enough. Again, it's not bad. I just can't put my finger on what it is I'm missing. Like, tell me something that I could have or should have added in the comments down below. Please and thank you. And I say that as I'm about to get some more of this and put it on my plate and go sit down and eat. Because again, it's not bad. It's just not like, it's just not a home run. It's like a safe base hit. I want that knock out of the park. Like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. This isn't it. Not today. But they all can't be wins. And I'm going to show you when I don't cook something that's super fantastic, as well as those cooks that go over 100%. That's what I'm going to do here. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you guys in advance for watching. Thank you for leaving your recommendations on your recommendations on how you think I can improve this for next time. But I mean, I drained it and it's still pretty greasy. I know my wife probably gonna have a problem with that. But look, I'm digging in. It's not bad, but it's just not, like I said, it's not a home run. I don't even know what to say it tastes like. I guess you could say maybe it tastes kind of like a meatloaf, but I don't know. Oops. Get over here! Get over here! Crusty edge. Alright. I'm done. I'm going to put some more barbecue sauce on this. Sit down. Call it a day. Thank you guys again. I'll see y'all next time. Wow. Do you guys want to see a close up?
More butter, baby.